Imagine crafting epic tales that captivate millions while jamming on stage with a parliamentary superstar. That's the extraordinary world of Ken Follett, the mastermind behind some of the most beloved historical fiction ever written. But here's where it gets truly fascinating. This literary giant doesn't just spin stories. He lives in a slice of history itself. Dive in as we explore how his personal life fuels his creative genius. And you might just rethink what it means to blend passion with everyday magic. Ken Follett stands as one of the globe's most cherished authors, specializing in historical fiction that has enchanted readers worldwide. With over 198 million copies of his books sold across more than 80 nations, his narratives have leapt from the page to the screen, gracing films, TV adaptations, and even a triumphant musical in Spain. It's only natural, then, that this titan of literature has transformed a historic property into his family's sanctuary, complete with a barn hailing from the 15th century, a true relic that whispers tales of yesteryear. Nestled in Hertfordshire, this sprawling 11-bedroom estate boasts dedicated libraries for Ken, now 76, and his beloved wife Barbara, whom he shared nearly 4 decades of life with. There's also a custom-built party space where Ken, an avid amateur bass guitarist, frequently performs with his blues and rock ensemble. It's no surprise that Ken and Barbara, who once served as an MP for Stevenage, have zero intentions of abandoning their idyllic 11-acre haven anytime soon. During an intimate photo shoot with Hello, Ken beamed with pride, declaring, "We've invested 25 years perfecting this home to match our dreams, so we'll cherish it for as long as we can." The couple has called this place home for 27 years, reshaping it from the ground up. They merged rooms to create expansive areas, like a generous kitchen and a vast dining hall capable of seating over 20 for joyous occasions, such as festive Christmas gatherings. Their efforts even extended to the barn, built in 1498 and the estate's sole listed feature, a protected historical gem. And this is the part most people miss, the barn's transformation into a lively hub of celebration. Originally, it housed gardening gear and mowers, Ken recalls, but we envisioned its potential beauty and converted it into a vibrant party venue. Picture 70 guests dining at intimate tables, followed by impromptu performances on a built-in stage where Ken's band takes the spotlight. With a musically inclined family, jam sessions erupt spontaneously, turning the space into a melody of memories. Ken crafted a personal library for his writing endeavors, while Barbara oversees his business from her own adjacent room. A connecting door allows constant chatter throughout the day. "Barbara handles the operations, and I pen the novels," Ken chuckles, spending hours in these linked spaces. She reviews my early drafts, and via that open doorway, we swap notes on my latest chapters and her financial triumphs. "I adore the ambiance of a book-filled room," he adds, "yet my real sparks of inspiration ignite from historical texts, current events in newspapers and magazines, and meaningful conversations. Novelists like me possess an unyielding imagination that buzzes constantly, crafting scenarios even when we'd rather switch it off." In this very setting, Ken penned his latest masterpiece, Circle of Days. Debuting straight to the 5th spot on bestseller lists, the novel delves into the mysteries of Stonehenge and the ancient builders who shaped it. For beginners diving into historical fiction, think of it as a bridge between real history and thrilling storytelling. Ken draws from a factual guide, How to Build Stonehenge, by archaeologist Mike Pitts, whom he enlisted as a consultant, ensuring authenticity meets adventure. This work echoes Ken's signature style, a seamless fusion of historical depth and sweeping sagas. His pinnacle achievement, The Pillars of the Earth, chronicles the erection of a medieval cathedral in the imagined English town of Kingsbridge. Released in 1989, it has sold 26 million copies globally, with 6 million in Spain alone, a testament to how immersive storytelling can transport readers across centuries. Beyond the page, Ken finds joy in his band, led by none other than Baroness Benjamin, the former TV personality and current parliamentarian. Their paths crossed when Ken's group backed her at a charity event. She belted out Fever, and afterward, she insisted on joining us, Ken laughs. The band was skeptical at first, wondering if she'd measure up. Yet, after a rehearsal or two, they were smitten. Though her House of Lords commitments keep her busy, their sessions are pure delight. They play for the sheer joy, occasionally gracing free charity dances, a subtle reminder of how music can unite for good causes. Ken and Barbara, parents to 5 children and grandparents to 6, including their late son Emanuele, who passed from leukemia at 49 in 2018, are gearing up for their 40th wedding anniversary this November. Their celebration, a nod to nostalgia. "We started as a young family in a Chelsea home," Ken shares. "After selling it, the buyer became a pal. He suggested hosting our milestone bash there." Mirroring their 1985 wedding at Chelsea Register Office, followed by a lunch for 150 at their old Chain Walk house, they're repeating the magic with 150 guests in that very spot. Barbara, a former Labour MP until 2010, stepped away from politics to prioritize family and Ken's business. Before that, they navigated demanding careers. When we met, her sights were set on Parliament, and I championed her dream, Ken notes. "I lent support, though MPs toil tirelessly, far more than I ever did. I'd retire for the night while she remained desk-bound, and wake to find her still at it." The juggling act proved grueling, beyond their wildest expectations, but they persevered. Ken admits relief when politics faded, granting them precious time together. Yet here's where it gets controversial. Is retiring from high-stakes careers the ultimate key to marital bliss, or do some couples thrive on shared ambition? Ken and Barbara's story suggests a blend works. But what about you? When work pauses, the pair cherishes family time. "Nothing beats being with our kids and grandkids," Ken says, with no retirement on his horizon. Retirement? "I'd rather dodge an eternity of golf in the afterlife. I relish my craft, awakening eager to weave the next chapter." Circle of Days by Ken Follett, out from Quercus on September 23rd, £25. Hair makeup, Julie Reed, represented by Carol Hayes Management. What do you think? Does success demand such opulent retreats, or should creatives keep it simple? And is the line between work and play blurring too much in today's world? Share your views in the comments. We'd love to hear your takes, agreements, or disagreements on Ken Follett's inspiring life.